Good everyone. I hope you guys have an amazing day. So, if you remember in the last episode when I demonstrated how to create a product bundle, right? There was an option I was interested to demonstrate. That's the option layout. And for some reason, it was not working, right? And I said, right, don't worry about it. That time I will, pretty much demonstrate this in the next episode. So that's exactly what I wanted to do today, and I'll show you the problem. The reason why I was not, I won't say it's a problem. The reason why I was not displaying it at the first, initially. So you might experience this. And you might wonder, what's going on? Why this, option layout functionality is not working? Say, for instance, right now it's tabs, right? So let's go to the code and let me show you how it works now. So if I try to add, say, a code, and go to the edit lines, it's a pretty simple configuration that um, so for some reason Salesforce is acting a bit slower today. That's all right. Okay, let's do add product. Um, Samsung. Okay, so Samsung phone, and I'm just gonna do select. Okay, so now you see it's showing the form of a tabs, right? So you can go here, you can go to next tab, right? And I wanted to demonstrate the other option as well. So let me go to edit and say instead of tabs, I'm just gonna want to say visit, right? So what the visit will do is, right, so you have to, so in visit section, right, like you can see here, we have tabs. So you can jump in from one tab to another tab, but in visit you really can't do that. So you will have an option underneath here, which, where you have to go next, right? That's how it works. So all right, so what I'll do, I will go back to the code and I'll refresh this page, and let's look for an op. So let's see what's going on behind the scene. So you go to code and you go to edit lines. I mean, usually you won't get asked this stuff from an exam point of view, but when you really go and implement it, right, you might realize, oh, I have this feature, why it's not working. So that's the reason why I'm demonstrating it. So I often tell to people, right, don't take certification just for the sake of taking it. Just consider that, as an opportunity to learn new stuff, so that you might find it useful when you actually go and implement things, right? That's the whole point of getting certified. Also, I would say that, if you usually certifications are not for people who are pretty new to Salesforce. What I meant by that is like advanced certifications, right? People ask me, hey, can I take architecture certification if I'm new to, say, integration, or I'm new to identity? No, my answer is no. It's pointless, right? You don't have a real life experience implementing stuff. So what's the point of having it? So if I look at your resume and come to me for a job interview, I said, hey, your certification is pointless to me if you don't have real implementation experience, because I might ask you a real life scenario question and you won't be able to answer that. So for me, the certification is pointless, right? So that's why people often have a misconception. Oh, I got like 18 certification. I'm going to work as solution architect. No, my friends, that's not how it works. Especially in New Zealand, that's absolutely not how it works. I've seen people with 20 certifications working as consultant, right? I have like a few certifications. I work as a technical architect. So, I mean, no one asked me when I got into how many certifications they have. The only thing, my boss asked me, like, what was your previous experience, like the projects you worked on? Let's talk about that a bit. Even though, I do understand that you can't really talk in detail about your previous project because of NDA, but at least, you can gauge from person work experience, what they've done. Sorry, I digress, but I just thought to raise this anyways. Okay, so add to product, and just go to Samsung and phone. All right, so you can see now we got this page numbers kind of thing here. So you just see here, you can't jump it from tab to tab. Okay, now what changed compared to the last episode, right? All right, so let's look at the product, right? So if you remember, this is the primary product, and this product, when you add phone, so you will get extra stuff added to it as a part of a bundle. Okay, now go to features. So in the last time, right, I've categorized everything under hardware. So if I change it back to say category, so right, so I'll say hardware. So that option will not work. So I'll just go back and I'll make it to Samsung, right? And I will go back to the category. And my apologies, I overlooked this last time. So even though the truth was there right in front of you in the plain sight, but I couldn't say it for whatever reason. As we say, the best way to hide the truth is hide in the plain sight, right? So okay, so this is what it is, right? Now, if you try to refresh it, you will not find this option anymore. So I'll show you what I meant by that. So let me refresh it, and edit lines. Add products. Okay, so not this one. Add products. Select. Right, you see it's not working because it's configured categorized by hardware. That's the reason. All right, if you don't add any category to it, so it okay, let's do one more thing, right? Let's fiddle with one more thing, and I'm gonna change the Samsung watch. So let's pretend I'm a stupid guy. I don't know much about it, so I think so Samsung watch is a software. So just for the sake of argument, and let's refresh it. All right. Okay, so go back and try to add it. Um, all right, so you go to Samsung phone. See, now it's kind of changed, right? But still, it's not the wizard, right? So I can still go to software. I can still go to hardware, right? It acts like a tab because it's categorizing in the form of a tab, right? But if you take the categories off, it will work, right? So just something it's good to keep into consideration. So yeah, that's pretty much I wanted to cover in this episode. From the next episode, we might looking at the price rules and other kind of stuff, right? We still got a lot to cover, right? And I'm planning to cover this within um, within a few weeks time, because but I'm away entire next week. I'm just going on a holiday, so I won't be doing any kind of recording that time. So my apologies for that. If you're waiting for my recording often, I do understand that I kind of slow down a bit. There's lots going on, right, in my life. I because as you know that I run a training company now. I've started another company, so I do run a deep learning company as well. So I'm building one stuff with my mate, and I'm starting a new firm as well around virtual reality. So that's something I'm working on, and plus I do work on Salesforce as well, usual. So pretty full on packed when it comes to my usual schedule, right? So yeah, so my apologies that I'm a bit slow at this stage, but I will make sure that I finish this CPQ. Then, as promised, I'm going to do experience cloud certification after that. Then we'll see, what to do next. So that being said, thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope you guys have amazing Saturday. Adios.